Emma was just 17 when her mother died in the village of Glenwater. Her father had died many years before, and she had no siblings. The only person who showed her kindness was her best friend, Sarah. But Sarah had a strange mother, quiet, always watching, and people whispered that she was a witch. After her mother's death, Emma stayed with Sarah's family. She slept in a small room beside the kitchen and helped with cooking and cleaning. Sarah's mother, Mrs. Green, never smiled. Sometimes, she stared at Emma with cold eyes and whispered things under her breath. One night, Emma woke up to strange sounds. She peeked through the window and saw Mrs. Green standing naked in the forest behind the house, speaking to a tall figure in black. Emma was frozen in fear. The next morning, Sarah told Emma, "If you ever see my mother outside at night, don't say anything. Just pray." Emma was confused. Why? Sarah's eyes filled with tears. Because some truths are better left alone. Things grew worse. Emma began hearing voices at night. She would wake up with scratches on her arms, and her dreams were filled with fire, screaming, and shadows. Then one day, a man from the city came to the village. His name was Daniel. He said he was looking for his missing sister who disappeared after visiting Glenwater a year ago. No one would speak to him except Emma. "I think something dark is here," Emma told him. Daniel nodded. "And I believe it starts with Mrs. Green." The same night, Mrs. Green confronted Emma. "You've spoken too much. You'll see that witches don't just live in villages." Daniel offered to take Emma with him to the city. She agreed, hoping to escape the strange darkness. She was now 18. The day they left, Sarah hugged her tightly and whispered, "Run far. Don't look back." The city was huge and bright. Emma felt like she could finally breathe. She stayed with Daniel in his apartment while he helped her find a job. For the first time in a long time, she laughed again. Daniel was kind and protective. Slowly, Emma started falling in love with him. But Daniel didn't see her that way, he treated her like a sister. And that broke her heart quietly. One night, Emma found an old photo in Daniel's room. It was his missing sister. Her name was Grace. Emma's heart stopped. Grace looked exactly like Sarah. She told Daniel, and they returned to Glenwater. But Sarah and her mother were gone. The house had burned down 2 weeks earlier. Nobody survived. Back in the city, Emma couldn't sleep. She began hearing the voices again. Then one night, she saw a woman on the street wearing a long black coat, staring at her. The woman looked just like Mrs. Green. Emma ran. A week later, Daniel went missing. Emma searched everywhere. Police couldn't help. She cried every day, begging God not to take the only person left who cared. Then one night, she found a letter under the door. It had no name. It read, "You left, but they followed. They don't forgive. They don't forget. Daniel is only the beginning. Come to the abandoned church on Brook Street. Come alone." Emma went, filled with fear. The church was dark and broken. She opened the door, and what she saw broke her. Daniel was tied to the altar. Blood dripped from his chest. Around him stood people in black robes, and at the front was Sarah. "Why?" Emma screamed. Sarah smiled. "You took my place. My mother chose me to serve the darkness, but when you came, she changed her mind. You were purer, kinder, they wanted you. And now, they'll have you." Emma fell to her knees. "We were friends." Sarah laughed. "There are no friends in the dark." Mrs. Green stepped out of the shadows. "She told you witches don't live in the city," she lied. They began chanting. Emma's head spun. Her eyes rolled back. Darkness tried to pull her. But then she heard Daniel whisper, "Fight." Emma screamed with all her heart. "God, help me. A bright light filled the room. The cult screamed. Shadows burned. Emma felt power, not her own, surround her. She ran to Daniel and untied him. He was weak, bleeding. "I'm sorry," she cried. They escaped as the church burned behind them. Mrs. Green's scream echoed through the night. Daniel recovered after months in the hospital. Emma never left his side. Sarah was never found again. The police said the cult was part of an old secret group. They had moved from village to village for years, taking young girls for dark rituals. And now, they were in the city. Emma moved to a new place. She started writing her story. She worked with others to help girls who had escaped similar horrors. But even in her peace, sometimes Emma would see a woman in a long black coat, standing across the street. She would whisper to herself, "They told me witches don't live in the city." But they lied.